Hey, welcome to Music Nucleus. My name is Denis here, Thursdays, 3 p.m. every day on Hawk Radio ACC. Um, Today is going to be a little bit of a, messy one. Um, but I'm here, nonetheless, I'm here. And yeah, I'm ready to talk about music. Um, Starting off, right? There's some new stuff that I've discovered, right, in the music scene lately. And that has been Thundercat had released a new project. Well, he's teasing it. He's it's an upcoming album, but when artists like drop singles before the project, and I can admit I haven't fully caught up, but I did hear a song with Mac Miller on it. Probably a posthumous song, like a song that he made a while back that was kind of vaulted, or that it was safe for this project in particular. But man, R.I.P. Mac Miller, man. Long live legend for a lot of like people. I think artists, which I'm gonna touch on this. I can't really touch on it too much just because it's a school radio. But there's certain types of artists that will abandon the genre that they start at. They'll like just abandon it. A lot of rappers, I say quote unquote rappers, because they end up going into rock or like just some other genre, which there's been some controversy coming through with Jack Harlow. I don't want to get into specifics, but if y'all want to do some research on it, it really turned me away from him. I mean, I never listened to his rap music and enjoyed it. I could say that. Like no judgment. It's just not my. It's not my type. Cup of tea. Oh, Choker release as well. Choker. What? No way. No. No way. Choker release. Choker is one of those like very like, I don't know how to explain. If you guys like singing, like I guess R&B / like indie music, I would definitely give Choker a listen. There's a lot of soul music in it. I just found out he dropped. I can't believe. Wow. Thank you, Hannah, for letting me know. I would have never seen that. Dude, I would have never seen that. That's crazy. All right, so Choker dropped recently as well. But yeah, about Thundercat, like Thundercat's always been one of those solid artists. Like he goes way back too, like way back. I don't really have too much knowledge on Thundercat's past, but I know Thundercat's been in quite a few bands. One of my favorite. This might be guessing it. I honestly personally feel this way, but I always ride for current generation artists. Like a lot of people will stand here, and even like people my age will sit here and be like, yo, like, oh, the past was just better, everyone was better, like all the guitarists were better. Nah, I'm always rooting for current day music, not just rap music, but just all genres and all instruments and skill levels. I'm always gonna gas up current day like artists and music. But you talked a little bit too much. I'm gonna send you guys off on a break real quick, and then we'll get back to the nitty gritty and stuff. So yeah, I'll be right back after this short break. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Music Nucleus. I'm here Thursdays, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every single Thursday. Catch me on Hawk Radio. Music Nucleus. Your host Denis here. Um, all right. I want to ask you some. Right. This is rhetorical. Of course, I know people aren't gonna answer me through the radio, but it'd be cool if we did have that. Maybe in the future, you will find me on a radio station, probably working as the host. But that's what I'm doing. But um, guys, as I'm calling to everyone who appreciates music, right? As a musician, a music appreciator, right? Is there a difference between songs that you value? Does the does the music appreciator value things in a song that the musician may not, or vice versa? Right? I think that it depends on what type of music appreciator you are, because the people I know, like the people I've known, like somebody like really, really like just important to me, like is the most educated on music I know person, right? And I have other friends like that I haven't spoke to in a minute, but I have friends that have put me on to so much music, and like we all become music buffs, and like we've went our separate routes. Like I think that music buffs end up going and knowing more about specific genres because they end up delving. Like I have somebody who knows so much about indie music, so freaking much about like um so much about. I have a friend who knows so much about like specific rock music. I have a friend that knows so much about R&B. I got another friend that knows so much about hip hop, like heavy. Like I, you know, like that's the range that like I be going for. Is like I try to learn the most about hip hop. Like that's my number one like love and passion in music. But he even knows way more than me. And it's things like that where like you witness how they appreciate music and they don't even make music, and I'm the one who makes music, and somehow they find things, right, or they see things that I don't, because of the route that they follow, right, to find their art, their favorite art, which I find to be beautiful, because um, I don't see too much of a divide if you're really a music buff. Like you're literally one step away from becoming a musician. When you're a music buff, I think you understand music at such a molecular level that if you decided to pick up the act of creating music, you wouldn't have a hard time at like creating good stuff, because you know what you like and you know what you want to make. Like that's the best way to make art, is you make what you would like to see. Same thing with music. The same thing with films, is you create what you want to see in the world, and with that you won't ever be led astray because you're sticking true to your passion. You're not following somebody else's guidelines. You know, um, and it's just like it's something special about that, that like you can't really take away from like musicians. I always generalize because it's just artists as a whole. I think an art appreciator is one step away from becoming an artist. Depends on how deep and hardcore you really are about what you love and what you care about. I don't see a difference in that. I see you being one. You're literally the only difference between you and me is I just record and make stuff, and you are literally just as educated, if not more, and could literally pick up a mic and do the same thing, probably better, you know, because you are just even crazy about stuff. Um, but I want to talk about like a song, right, that I loved, and then a song, and how it became a song I hated, right? Um, and it's dude, I'm trying to think throwback. There was a point where I was listening to a lot of like Cape Town. It was weird. Like I don't even want to say Cape Town as if like I knew like everything. I'm gonna pull up the playlist that literally is the memory of everything I hated, right? And I say hate with like as a strong word. Like I wouldn't say hate, but just music that I have strayed from because of the bad feelings that it gave me at the time and where I was that it just wasn't really helping me. Um, which first of all, I gotta bring up old Biba Doobie songs like Apple Cider, like Moon Song. Biba Doobie did a cover of Moon Song with this other artist, and it was just a really rough time in my life. COVID had happened, and a lot of stuff kind of you know got in the way of my life, and people that were quite betraying me in a lot of ways. But there's songs that like kind of take me to that like fresh, like clean period. Like sometimes there's like a rise before a fall, and like those songs were part of that roller coaster of life that went up and then just dropped. And it's like a bittersweet feeling to like listen to these same songs, but it's also nice to have a different perspective. And being a bit more grown and having witnessed things, more things in life, and seeing how that was just supposed to happen to create the type of person I am now. It all led to who I am. A lot of things I wouldn't have done if I didn't go through certain periods in life. I think everyone here could relate. You guys have moments like ever since Spider Verse came out, we call it canon events. You know what I'm saying? Like canon events just have to happen. That's just life. I try so hard to like see things as canon events and like realize it is all for the developmental purposes, but that doesn't take away how you can feel bad about things. And music can either carry you through those moments or be the outlet. But regardless, I don't ever see music as like being negative unless you're literally like sad and listening to sad music and you just bring yourself lower. If it is about feeling how you feel and getting it out there, then I completely understand. But don't be a crutch. It is a journey to love music and use it to your advantage emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever you want to say. Um, throwbacks. Selfish High Heels by Young Bay. I think Young Bay is like a vaporwave artist. So like I don't know what to consider these type of artists. Like they make electronic music at its base. It's not electronic though. It's just like sampling heavy and like not techno. You know what I'm trying to say though. Selfish High Heels is a song I vividly remember playing playing Fortnite to my freshman year of high school with my buddy. Great times. I can't even complain. Those were great times. See, that is another thing. It's like there's songs that like will literally always solidify. It's just great. Um, Glue 70 Casing to let's like a mashup. Love that song. It's if you know, shout out Yanni. Shout out my Brody. He remembers that time. Um, but yeah, I just I want to say like that it's all a part of like music as a whole. It's like finding it to like help you and finding it to hurt you sometimes, and sometimes it just brings the hurt out of you to fix it. Um, Moving on. That got really depressing. I didn't mean to like get sad on y'all. It was great vibes only. But I had another question, right? But before that question, I want to move forward and put you guys onto a quick break. So yeah, let's talk in a little. Hello. This is your host Dennis here on Hawk Radio Music Nucleus. My IG is at Revenge IV2Ys. Um, if you have any questions, topics you want to talk about, as far as music goes, my question had to pertain is should artists be allowed to experiment and go completely out of left field of their style and brand? I This is like a real like iffy type of conversation because I feel like to an extent there is complete freedom in like artistry to do whatever the heck you want, right? But there's a big but to me because I genuinely only respect art that is like genuine and with intention. That goes for every all art. Like it's like silly for me to say that, but when people do things right, this always just freaked me out and weirded me the heck out. Is when like like when you guys see like a social media influencer, like a comedian, right? Like the same with a YouTuber, right? They have this like this they have this like set, right? Set like formula, whatever it may be, like whether you're a comedian on on like Instagram or like you're a YouTuber who does commentary videos, and then one day like they or like you know I stopped listening or watching this guy, right, for a long time, and then he became like a SoundCloud rapper, like XXX Tentacion clone, right? Out the blue, mind you, he was like this dude, like I'm this throwback too, like this is quite a while back, but bro became like a XXX Tentacion, and he was a Fortnite YouTuber. I kid you not, was playing competitive Fortnite games and like doing like how tos on like how to be better at the game. One day he just pops up, like his page is gone, like all his videos privated, and bro was popped out with a chain, and like he's like all got the emo dark vibe. Mind you, he was just a chill ass, chill behind dude, just like chill as heck, man. Like he was very like silly and like he just joke around and he just pops out all deep and mysterious and dark, and I'm like, what happened, bro? And like maybe that's all he's ever wanted to do, but it's like I guess people have that leverage and like they have that opportunity to decide that. But what I could say is like if it wasn't genuine and if that's not really what like the 180 he wanted, like he just wanted to get attention, I can't like really see that and respect it cuz it's like you weren't like true with your feelings. Like this is not who you are. You just want to get clicks, and it like makes me mad. Like the same with like a lot of influencers, they'll literally switch up their whole formula, like change the whole like brand shift or what I forgot what it's called. Like I can't think of the word. Dang, you know what I mean though. Like when they completely just change their whole like the whole thing up. Um, and I feel that about musicians, right? Artists. Um, is if you just switch it up to pop just to get radio hits, man, I don't like you. Like frustrated me. Like that's like, dude, that's really like a lot of these mainstream artists like just move that way. You know, you don't make music with intention or like true passion. Um, you just like do it for clicks, man. At this point, for radio hits, like there's someone in the world, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was Drake's psychology. It's like they literally just want to like flex how many like radio hits or like how much. Oh, my music appeals to the masses. I've never seen that as an accolade to be celebrated. Maybe like a Grammy, but even then, I can't respect Grammys because I their bias, identity. Um, but it's things like that where it's like, I mean, I don't see that as a flex. I don't see you being like a good person for like switching up and just be like, hey, I do pop music now because everyone wants me to do pop. So I'm just gonna do it. Now like you should do what you wanna do. But if that's what you wanna do, go ahead. Um what all right, so where the places that you go, right? Beach, park, library, the club, whatever. Um, what music, right, do you listen to? Like, what is your go to listening songs when you want to pick me up, you want a good cry? Um, like, what are some songs that you guys could think of? I could show you right now, like Panucci's Pizza, man. Panucci's Pizza, Teen Suicide. Michael Cera has that album that's so like sad. Um, Summer's Over. I think that's the name of the album by TV Girl. If I want to genuinely just feel the sun on my face, driving with the windows down, maybe at the beach with some friends, that is like I'm playing Summer's Over TV Girl. Um, which I love that album. That's my favorite TV Girl album. My brother Eli actually got me the vinyl. Shout out him. Shout out my brother. Um, but yeah, man, like great vibes. What else? Kodak Black. See here. I'm basic. I'm not like see like I have a lot of like random niche stuff in my playlist, but it sits in my playlist and like it won't be like front and center. Like usually I'll have like songs I repeat. I know we talked about this, but like Lord, Radio Department, Charlie XCX, Remy Wolf. I don't know if you guys know who Remy Wolf is. Got Everything by the Girl, Shelly, which is a band with I forgot the name of the artist. I know it's Claro and dang, I know this artist. I have a lot of songs saved by them, but yeah, that it's just a lot of like, you know, I try to like, have my stuff a little different. You know what I'm saying? I just switch it up a little bit, but keep it basic because I'm basic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love a lot of things. I'm just passionate about a lot. I don't ever do it to like impress nobody. Like Matt Champion, right? Basic artist, still got it. Childish Gambino. Like, you can't go wrong with these artists, but it's like that's just what it is, man. And like that that's like the type of stuff. What music do I listen to when I'm eating food? I don't listen to music when I'm eating food, actually. I watch YouTube. And if I'm on Reels, I'm on Reels. But lately, I've been watching a lot of YouTube when I'm listening to music. Oh, when I'm eating. But if I'm listening to music while I'm eating, something's wrong, bro. Because I'm like, if I'm just staring out my car window like people watching, like something's wrong. Something is wrong if I'm not brain rotting. Okay. Um. All right. What do you guys think, right, about pre-made beats, like other produced beats, like using them, right? I started off not respecting people who like did that until I realized how many people actually do that, and I thought more people produce their own stuff, but it's actually pretty uncommon. Like, it really, like I was so like hard stuck on like the pride of like doing it on my own. And I do pretty much everything. I record, I engineer, I make beats, but I just haven't been lately. I just been out my beat bag. But like, it's so many people like do all this, right? Like, I record, I engineer, I edit my own videos. I try to shoot my own videos. Of course, I got friends, I got people that will shoot for me, but like, I try to do everything on my own. I'll edit my own pictures, all that stuff, right? And yeah, like at some point I was so like stuck on like wanting to make my own stuff, but I also wasn't making the effort to make beats because I was like trying to learn everything else, and it was just another thing to the list to learn. And I think I'm glad I made that leap of faith, and I always accredit it to my brother Eli because he was making um he was using YouTube beats at the time, right? And I hope I didn't expose him with that, but I mean, we all do, but like, we all use YouTube beats. But he like really like when I seen that he just did it right, he like used YouTube beat. I'm like, dude, why am I not doing this? Like, I really could have started so much sooner if I was doing that. And trial and error, and I learned how to mix and record my own vocals, and eventually, my old school kicked me off the production software I was using. That I was using to record, and then I had to use GarageBand, and then I got FL Studio, and then here we are today. Um, and it just like it all starts from that. So I advise, if you want to pick up music, I think you should do YouTube beats. I mean, if you want to go hardcore and go all the way DIY, go ahead. There's no issue with that. Do your thing, man. Me personally, like, I want to get to that point. I don't have the luxury nor the finances to be able to like spend that much time towards building my. Actually, I don't even want to put an excuse. I really could be making my own beats. I'm just like, when I do, I can't focus on my like my craft, I guess, of making songs. There's so much to do with beat making. It's like a whole other world. But um, another thing I wanted to ask, right? Um, what is the most underrated hip hop genre? Um, in my personal opinion, I think experimental hip hop, but like, I mean, like, experimental hip hop in like the Earl Sweatshirt, like Mike, atmosphere. I think I don't want to call it conscious rap because it is conscious rap, but when I think conscious rap, at least current day, I have a negative connotation, but that's just my very like dull brain. Is I love conscious rap, but there's people who are like really corny, in that field, and like dude, Logic, man, Logic. I be thinking Logic is corny sometimes. It's just certain things and like certain artists that like I feel the type of way, which I mean no hate, but yeah. But I call it experimental rap because it is like the instrumentals that they use, like the styles, the flows is so unique and like it's just beautiful because it really speaks poems and like it speaks about truly the core of what hip hop is, and that is the experience, the oppression and the struggle. And it's just like I don't know, just chef's kiss. And I wish a lot more people listen to it, even though a lot of people do listen. But yeah, um, trying to think like what celebrity really turned into an artist. I can't think off the top of my head, but um, a song. Oof. Okay, guys, what songs back in the early 2000s and 90s still holds a strong place in your everyday playlist? I get around by Tupac. Um, has to be up there. Anything Kanye, just old Kanye. Anything old Kanye, whew, just amazing. It has something. If I want to feel good about life, like one of those two, Ice Cube has to be in there. Any Ice Cube song really. Common, Common, another goat. Um, honestly, like outside of hip hop, like has to be Cut Close. Gotta have Cut Close. I think it's SVW or SWV. It's SWV. SWV has to be in there. Anything Lauren Hill, Erica Badu. Let's see. Sade, man. Sade holds a special place in my heart. Okay. I was told, okay, most def, go. I'm trying to like off the top of my head, man. Like ah, I have so much in my playlist. It kind of frustrates me. I can't ever find stuff. But yeah, that's gotta be mine. Let me know what you guys, what songs holds a strong place, like 90s, 2000 songs, deep in your heart. Those are mine. Um, but I will catch you guys in a little bit. We're gonna take a quick break, and head into our third segment. So yeah, I'll see you soon.
was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? Two lovers entwined pass me by, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Oh, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? What she asked of me at the end of the day, Caligula would have blushed. Oh, you've been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled in my life. Why do I smile at people who I'd much rather kick in the eye? I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. Oh, you've been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled in my life. Oh, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die?
All right, and we are back here with Music Nucleus every Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'm your host, Denis. Instagram is Revenge IV2Ys. If you guys have any requests, any questions, just let me know. But yeah, so I wanna finish off right with just talking about playlists. All right. We're gonna talk about our building, right? This is part one. Okay, there will be a part two of building our summer playlist, right? Um, First, I have started. Like I said, I do mines ahead of time because I think you have to preemptively build the vibe that you want to come into this summer with, right? And that's what I've been doing lately. Um, I want to have a very calm, very just chill and just like just soaking up the sun type of summer. I want to go to the beach with friends and skate every day I can and just like enjoy life, man. Enjoy summer. Um, Cause that's what we're supposed to do. I think being a bit older now, out of high school, like there's no summer break per se. I mean, unless you're like choosing to not take classes during the summer, I'm going to be here during the summer. Just letting you guys know. But having to work and maintain yourself is basically like there's no summer break. There is no break. I mean, unless you kind of vacation, but you know. Um, but yeah, so my playlist is going to be starting off with, and I haven't found an image for it, which is the solid moment that I've fully like started to develop the vibe. But my summer 26 starts with Summertime in Paris by Jaden. I Know You're Sleeping by Crayon and Lean Crazy by Baby Bartier. If you guys know each of these songs, you know it goes from sad to like indie, high, fast paced to like just high, high energy rap music. That top three is what I want. I want a passionate, slow, slash fast paced, colorful, emotional, slash high energy, fast, fun summer. I am not really big on like partying and stuff. Like I'm not big on that stuff. But I still want to be able to get out the house, whether it be going to art galleries of, photography, photo shoots, shooting videos, random places, art events. Like that's my type of vibe. But yeah, that's my thing. Fourth is gonna be Home by Brockhampton. Nice, slow, chill song. Snakes, a G Club, a passionate, slow, emotional song. We got Black Roses, Charlie XCX. 23, Bite Me by 23. Good song. Go listen to Bite Me by 23. Let me know what you think. Let me know what y'all think, man. But yeah, man, that's like my setup right now currently, and it's just vibes, I guess. I'm trying to find that good that good in between, that good moment of like, all right, this is like I'm on the right path. And I haven't got that yet, but hopefully soon I'll be on that track. I'm working on it, so um, but yeah, guys, hopefully let me know if you have any of these songs in your playlist. Let me know. But also, right, I wanted to talk about how like it is random, right, to a lot of people and like incoherent. And we talked about this last episode. It's a story that you get to control. So when you're making a playlist, think about it that way. Think about a story that you can control. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be the same vibe because is a story the same thing all over again? Like it's just not just one level. It's ups and downs, and it's a journey. And you should surround your playlist the same way. It's it's a story you get to control. You get to be the director of what this summer is gonna sound like. That's how you should visualize it. Um, so just keep that in mind, right? Whenever creating. I wanna say one more thing before I, put y'all on break. But it gives you moments, right? Highlights. Like playlist is highlights of your songs, like highlights of your library. It is something to showcase the potent energy and sound that you carry. It's almost like the way I see it, right, is having a big old backpack is your library, right? And a playlist is like the pocket that you know exactly what you hold in. Like that front pocket that you keep your pencils in and pens and markers and crayons. The second largest pocket where you keep notebooks. The largest pocket where you keep your hoodie. Like you know that is the concentrated, like the contents of what your entire backpack holds, like your inventory. Playlist is like a zoom in on like certain compartments of what your music has to say for you. And I find that to be just as important as the whole picture. I don't know how people don't make playlists. Like I used to know people that like would literally just shuffle the library. I'm like, what, dude? Like you don't have a vibe for this. Like you don't have a vibe for Java right now. You're just like you just hit shuffle. Like, I got a homeboy that does that right now, bro. You know who you are, Aiden. I can't believe you doing that. Can't believe it. But yeah, bro. And it's just like I try to find things that have replay value, and that's how so many songs end up rotating in the same. Like I literally have one song here that was in my last summer playlist, Black Roses by Charlie XCX. But it's a song I can't let go of it because I love it, so deeply. And like that's how you guys should like look at certain songs. I don't see shame in that. Yes, I love Black Roses by Charlie XCX. Is that a problem? I personally prefer her old stuff. I'll tell you that. But I'm gonna put you guys on a break real quick, and then we'll head out with the outro. So yeah, catch you in a little. right. Hello, hello, hello. Um, this is Music Nucleus here every day, 3 to 4 p.m. More like 3 to 3:55. But yeah, guys. I'm your host Dennis here on Hawk Radio every Thursday, 3 to 3:55. Um, I wanna end it right. All right. If if you're building a playlist right now for your summertime, which I doubt any of you guys are, look for that. Look for that journey, like we talked about. Look for the story you want to tell with your summer, what you want to manifest and seek. And I think let your playlist build that. Let it speak for you. Whether you're listening front to back or just adding songs to your playlist, don't skip the moments that make you feel something. Um, that's what I'll leave you guys with, and I will catch you next time. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good evening. Have a good Friday tomorrow. Have a good weekend.